Maladaptive daydreaming is when you build complex fantasies in your head that you live in for long periods of time because you prefer it over reality. This is a common response to trauma or big stressors in your life, but not a lot of people know about it. It's commonly triggered by external stimuli such as a TV show you really like or music. For me, it was edits I saw on Instagram. You can decipher a fantasy from reality, and it usually starts out as a coping skill, but it can easily turn into something bigger than that. It can become really hard to pull yourself out of these daydreams, and it can interrupt your daily tasks and even cause you to lose sleep. Some common things that maladaptive daydreamers will do when they're in this state is twitch, pace around, make facial expressions, whisper to themselves, or make hand gestures. For these people, including me at one point, daydreaming takes up about 60% of their day. So if any of this stuff applies to you, you might want to look into maladaptive daydreaming.
Did anybody else have those daydreams that were like super vivid and about horrible things happening? Like I'm talking cancer, school shootings, like awful things happening, and you were somehow both the victim and the hero? Yeah, I'm gonna explain what those are about. This is something called maladaptive daydreaming, and if you dreamt about terrible things happening to you as the victim, it's probably because your emotions were invalidated a lot, and you felt like your emotions were too big and too negative for your current life circumstances. So you imagined a world where those big negative emotions made sense, a world where something awful was happening. If you cast yourself as the hero as well in these daydreams, it's probably because you realized that no one was coming to save you from this invalidation, and no one was going to come make you feel better about your big negative emotions. Nobody except for you. These daydreams can be uncomfortable, and as the name maladaptive daydreaming implies, they aren't always healthy, but I do like that they cast us as the hero and that we can save ourselves, because we really can.
Normal people watching a movie. Wow. Cool movie. Maladaptive daydreamers watching a movie. I must incorporate every single scene into my daydream.
What the fuck was that little performance for?
Maladaptive daydreaming. Do you pretend to be in full-blown interviews with famous people that you have crushes on or just want to be friends with, and you are full out talking? Are you baking cookies in your kitchen and oh shit, Loki just walked in? Are you taking your daily COVID walk, can't handle the thought of being alone, and Chris Evans is currently holding hands and now you're walking with him and dog? Yeah, this is a thing. Maladaptive daydreaming is intense daydreaming.
Maladaptive daydreaming occurs in people's lives who have suffered from severe trauma. As a result, they would daydream in order to escape their harsh, painful reality. They have very vivid, detailed daydreams that contain rich, imaginative plots. You might whisper during these daydreams, which can last for hours and affect your ability to finish tasks.
To anyone who doesn't do this, it may seem like the person's insane. Me thinking about me doing it does worry me constantly and makes me really sad, so I try not to think about it. But I just want you to know, you are not alone. Trust me.
The real struggle is redoing a scene over and over in your head because you keep getting interrupted. Like, I get it, I'm at work, but at the same time, I'm busy.
Oh my god, yeah, totally. Like about 1 million or 2. Yeah, every month. Yeah. No, I struggled for a while, but you can do it too. Oh, I'm funny? Thank you. Oh my god, yeah, you too.
With you too. Oh, we just terrified.
Sex? No thanks. I'd much rather fantasize about a fictional character.
It's like a reward.
Making my name.
More daydreamer things. Do you ever forget that you, like, cooked up some drama? Like, you're just going about your day and all of a sudden you're like, oh, fuck. I forgot that was going on. It's even worse if you're at work because I need at least an hour to sort this shit out.
So let's talk more about maladaptive daydreaming, because I never thought so many people would say that they do this, and it's really cool because now you guys know you aren't alone and it has a name. So maladaptive daydreaming itself is not a disorder, but it is a trait of quite a few different mental disorders, and I found out in the comments could be a trait of someone on the spectrum. But there are creative and healthy ways to deal with this, or like find a way to make what I would think would be really cool is to make it tangible, right? So this is a wonderful outlet for that. If you have made characters and storylines in your head, cosplay them. Even if you put it on private and it's just for you, you're like turning what you've created into something like tangible. People like this are so creative. So you guys are good at writing. You could do scripts, skits, like TV shows, plays, like novels, incredible things.
I can't talk right now. I'm doing hot girl.
Fuck being good, I'm a bad bitch. I'm sick of motherfuckers trying to tell me.
Slow songs, they for skinny hoes. Can't move all of this here to wanna die.
Now, reality can be whatever I want.
My family dinner conversation last night, let's go! I explained to my family that in the depths of my depression when I was younger, I used to maladaptive daydream, and sometimes when I'm having a bad day, I still do. My brother has no idea what that is, so I had to explain it to him. And as soon as I explained to him that it's about like an internal brain universe and you being the central character and making up stories, this man turns to me and says, "Wow, you must think big of yourself if you're making yourself the central character." I'm sorry, Fambulance. How much self-loathing do you have that you make yourself the sidekick? Like, I already hated myself quite a lot back then. But to make myself not even the central character in my own brain universe, that's a lot. So myself being any rational sister turned to him and said, "My brain, my daydreaming, my rules, Jimmy." Like, you said it all as a joke, but damn, there was tears. Tears were forming. I was laughing very, very hard. He was laughing very, very hard. And the rest of the family just looked terrifyingly confused. Sibling goals.
What the fuck is we doing?
Baby, I'm not even here. I'm a hallucination.
Everyone has Uno, dipshit. It came free with your fucking Xbox.
I didn't get it. I have the oldest Xbox known to man.
I just like my toner on my skin and this product. It's really like gentle and yeah, I use that sometimes. Then I only go in with some Sudocrem. This stuff is awesome. I actually recommend this. I'm doing a friend of mine. As you can see, I use this a lot. I just apply it, generously because it's really.
Welcome back to Late Night Talks with Delaney, episode 4. So I just found out that maladaptive daydreaming is a mental disorder that I'm 99.99999% sure that I have. So I just found out that not everyone has these own little fictional worlds in their head that they place themselves in and act as a character in them. And spend hours having real conversations with the people from this world and like acting out like the plot. Not everyone does that. That is how I fall asleep. Like when I'm home alone, you best bet that up here, I'm not alone. Like I am in some faraway fantasy land doing God knows what. So that's cool. Good night.
I have too many words to be able to fit this into even a series of comments, so I had to do it with a video. This is an awesome point, and the answer to it is ableism. In the mental health world, the differences in how our brain works are usually named for the effects that are noticed by neurotypical people, like ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. You can't hold still, and you can't pay attention. Those are the two things that neurotypicals really notice, because it's a burden to them. And if you don't display those symptoms very obviously, you probably won't get diagnosed with it, even if it's seriously affecting your life. Maladaptive daydreaming is called maladaptive because to neurotypical people, the way that we perceive the world and the way that we work through our problems is an issue. You daydream a lot, you're in your own head a lot, like a lot. There's something wrong with you. I have an amazing survival skill that was gifted to me by my brain that allows me to work through my thoughts and feelings better than most people usually can. However, since it caused me to have some trouble paying attention in school, it's maladaptive. Usually when something like this doesn't make sense from a critical thinking point of view, it's ableism.
Got a little nigga a dead man. Pick up a pack in the trunk of the mailman. Scoop at a jug for 10 bands. This trapping ain't outside of them. I'm a football now. These niggas never going.
That's some bullshit.